With soaring inflation following on the heels of COVID shutdowns, pet parents are feeling a pinch in the prices of everything from cat litter to dog food. But some nonprofit organizations are seeing a surge in more than just cost.
Right now, we have more animals than we have ever had.
Shauna Davidson, director of Amazing Grace Animal Rescue in Saginaw, says that currently they house around 400 animals and believe the reason for the spike in cats and kittens in the facility may be directly tied to COVID shutdowns.
During that time, for at least 5 months, most veterinarians were closed and were not able to do any spay neuter. Then, after they reopened, it was still very limited.
She says this led to a sharp increase in kittens, as cats can have multiple litters in a year. More kittens being brought to the shelter means more mouths to feed and more litter boxes to scoop, something made more difficult with soaring costs, along with potential donors cutting costs with their own finances to make ends meet.
Donations are down because I'm sure people are struggling simply to buy food. And all the things that we use to run the rescue, those prices have all gone up. So it's a struggle every day to have enough to take care of them.
Another nonprofit animal rescue organization is also noticing a recent national trend in shelters.
Animals are sitting in shelters more, strays are going unclaimed by their families more, and more families are reaching out for help with food, vet care, things like that.
Shiawassee Humane Society Executive Director Holly Giles says that if you're struggling with pet care and considering surrendering your pet, there may be options available to help keep your furry friend at home.
We have some low-cost behavior help. We have a pet food pantry here, so twice a month we distribute food to families in need. And then we also do have some resources to give people for low-cost veterinary care if that's something that they need. Obviously, there are always going to be animals that, for whatever reason, need to come to us. But if we can offer people a solution to keep an animal with a family that already loves them, then that is our first priority for sure.
According to Guile, the Shiawassee Humane Society is currently at max capacity, with just over 100 animals they are caring for, plus an additional 30 in foster care, but not all of them are your typical cats and dogs.
We have guinea pigs and a gerbil and a bunny right now. We just had a ferret last week who got adopted. We also had a potbelly pig this year. We occasionally get birds. So I also like to remind people, if you're thinking of adding a pet that's not a cat or a dog, check with your local shelter or rescue first, because most shelters and rescues deal with other kinds of, smaller pocket type pets.
With so many animals at each shelter, there is a great need for people who are ready to foster or adopt. If you are unable to welcome a new companion into your home, but would like to make a contribution to either Amazing Grace Animal Rescue or the Shiawassee Humane Society, both accept monetary donations along with donations of supplies, such as food, litter, and toys, which can be dropped off or even ordered through their wish lists on Chewy.com to be sent directly to the rescues. Both organizations are also seeking volunteers to donate their time and love to the care of these animals as well. For MCC News, I'm Rose Allen reporting.